All right, so the next part he is based in this. Almost everything is played out of this 15 position A minor pentatonic scale. The pretty much that first pentatonic scale everybody learns. And he's just doing some slick little turnarounds, bending the ninth again to the minor third, or the that sixth note up to the flat seven. Anyway, so it starts out, he slides up to the 18th fret, which is the major third on the G string, and then he rolls and bars off of the 17th fret B and E string. And that's where he bends the ninth to the minor third. So the 17th fret, or the 19th fret, I'm sorry, on the E string, he bends up a half step. And then he bends down and pulls off to the 17th fret. So then he bends the 18th, or the 20th fret up a whole step. And then pulls off to bends back down and pulls off to the 17th fret. So actually, he doesn't pull off. He bends down, and then he goes to the 17th fret on, again, both the E and the B string, and he just bars that. Does a little bar roll with that. And then he does that ninth again, bending up to the minor third, bending up and down, back to that 15th fret. Again, very lyrical. I mean, there's only 3 or 4 notes he's playing, and he's just... Then he walks down from the 20th fret on the B string to the G string, the 19th fret, to the 17th fret of the B string. So 20 B string, 19 G string, and 17 on the B string. It's kind of like a little triangle he's doing. So that's where he's bending that sixth up to the flat 7. So that's the 17th fret on the B string, bent up a half step. And again, that's that Robben Fordish kind of... It's just a cool little hip, little bluesy kind of jazzy blues thing. I don't know. So anyway, so that whole thing is... Then he rolls down the 17th fret of the B string and the G string, and then he bends that G note, the 17th fret of the G string, up a half step. Again, that's your minor third going to the major third, to the 19th fret of the D string, and that's your root note. So that's... That's why that all works over that A chord. I mean, it's a pretty typical blues phrasing, but it's cool how he's kind of bending certain notes instead of just playing them straight. And then he does this thing where I'm not sure exactly what he's doing, but I play it where he goes from the 17th fret of the B string to the 13th fret of the B string. And I do a little kind of weird thing with the bar. I don't know if he's doing it a different way. He might be, but the whole thing... You can do whatever you want, but he's getting some weird... He might be bending into a note and bending down out of another note. He might be doing that whole bending the 17th fret of the B string up a little and then grabbing the 17th fret of the G string and playing that note. I don't know. I like it better. Then he goes back to the 17th fret of the E string. So it's... Then he bends the 19th fret up a whole step, and again, it sounds like he's grabbing the 19th fret of the B string also at the same time and bending that and getting that real dissonant sound. So the whole thing, and I just broke a string. That was inevitable. These strings are getting so burnt out. So let me change that string and I'll get back to the rest of this. Sorry about that. I love breaking strings in the middle of a lesson. I don't know about you guys, but I go through so many packs of strings. Every single one of these lessons I do, I put a new pack of strings on, and by the end of it, they're just dirty and grimy and dead. And now we're going to have one alive E string, and everything else sounds dead. Sorry about that. But if anybody's out there watching this video and they're from a string company, I would love to be endorsed by you. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm serious. If you have strings, send them, please. Anyway, so that last section, after it goes to the 17th fret, and then he bends up from the 19th fret, and it sounds like he's grabbing also that 17th fret of the B string, so both strings, E and B string, 17th fret. And I don't know if he probably doesn't do it this way, but I do a cheat where I have a hard time grabbing that real quick, grabbing both of those at the same time. So before I pick that note, I take both strings and kind of bend them close together and grab both of them at the same time, and then pick them. And you get that real dissonant sound. So, but I try not to put them too close together, because then, so I try and put them like half of the space together, and you get a cool little bend out of it. So that's, so then he bends up that, the 9th, the B note to the C note, which is the 9th to the minor 3rd. So that's 19th fret, bend up a half step, back down, and go to the 17th fret with your first finger. So it's, and then you roll down the 17th fret on the B string. So it's 17th fret E string, then B string. So then the 20th fret, you bend up a whole step, up and down, back to the 17th fret of the E string. So the whole thing is, then he slides down. Now the next portion of this lick is, it's got that jazzy chromatic kind of sound, has chromatic notes in it, but he starts off, I don't know if it's a mistake, but it helps actually for me with the picking, starts off with an open B string. And then he plays 15, 16, 17 on that B string. Then he goes to the 16th fret and 15th fret of the E string. Then he bounces between the 15th fret of the E string and the 17th fret of the B string. So that's 15 E string, 17 B string, 15 E string. Then he goes down in arpeggio, 14th fret E string, 15 on the B string, and 16 on the G string. So then he plays 15, 14 on the B string,